know. Oh, I say! Messi. Oh, brilliant skill from Lionel Messi. Surging forward with real menace here. Brilliant from Messi. Oh, what a goal that is!
Yes, good morning. Savva here from Football Heritage TV. Hope everyone is well. We've not done one of these all week, so I thought it'd be nice to have a chat, see how everyone is. Sorry, just having a look at the state of my Barnet. Apologies. You lot don't care anyway. It's Friday morning. Unfortunately, Spurs don't have a game for ages and ages. I cannot believe we are sandwiched in between 3 international windows. I really wish there weren't this many internationals. There never used to be, and it is draining. Of course, it's only draining because we are enjoying watching Tottenham again. Last season, I didn't care when there were internationals, but it is what it is. So get your questions in. Lots to report still at Tottenham. Obviously, the battle has been rumbling on. I'm seeing people that are struggling for content, and they're constantly doing videos about can Spurs win the league title and you know how we're great and how Man City are going to drop off and yada 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 yada, scraping around for content. So we've tried not to do that this week. What I would say is please smash the like button on your way in. Get any questions you got in. It doesn't just have to be about Spurs, and we'll answer them. Obviously, super chats I'll go to immediately. Questions I will back up and get to eventually. And before we get anywhere, as I said, smash that like button. We should get to 100 likes ASAP. And David Shire in the chat is having a very happy Friday. And thank you very much. He has just gifted 5 channel memberships that he has just gifted out to Drula, Balpinda, DJ Evo. Can't see 2 others I think he's gifted out. Proud to be a Geordie, Drula, Balpinda, DJ Evo, and I think there's one more, but it's not showing me who for the moment. But he's just gifted out 5 channel memberships. So big up to you, David Shire. Big up to you, and really appreciate your support. And big up to Tigaro as well. Big up Tigaro, Single Parent Theory, who said, good morning, Savva. Good morning, all. I hope everyone is happy and well. Big up to everyone. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Socceroos. Yeah, and as you know, Tigaro, tonight from 7 p.m. UK time. So what are we? 9 hours away from now. I will be doing a live England versus Scotland watch-along with some of the gang. I'm sure we'll have some fun. We'll see how Gareth Southgate can get it all horribly wrong as normal. But please do get your oh, this bit of hair is annoying me. Can everyone see? Oh, God, who cares? But get your questions in. Please join tonight at 7. And Tigaro, thank you so much. Really appreciate it as always. And big up to David Shire as well. So big up to you two. Thank you so much. Let's do some good mornings. Get some questions in the meantime. We've got Vinny Rowley in the chat. Big up to you, Vinny Rowley. Hope all is well, my man. Question there from Bill, which I will save for a little bit later. Big up to Dave H, who has said, do you know what? Hang on, let me take those headphones off. I'm not using them. Good morning, Sav. I hope you're well. Big up yourself in the chat. Yes, I am very well, thank you. Chilling on YouTube these days. So much more enjoying the YouTube experience lately than I was before. I've decided that I don't want to be one of these creators that are just peddling out videos and streams for fun. There seems to be, I've seen one channel, I won't name them, they're not a Spurs channel, by the way, just constantly, it's video after video after video. And it's like, all right, we get it. You're trying to stay relevant, but it's too much. Big up to Eamon Burns. Good morning to you. Good morning to the epistemic autocracy. Big up to you. Love that name. Who's gone on to say Bellingham is a galactic class and a new class created just for him. That is to do with Bill's question, which we will get to shortly. Everyone's already started talking about it. We were going to talk about it in a minute, and we will. As I said, for me, Bellingham has high potential of being a Ballon d'Or winner in the near future. So for me, yes, he's world class. Okay, we'll have this conversation in a minute. I won't be reading out anything about Israel or Gaza, I'm afraid. Big up. Tigara said Bellingham will be the undisputed best player in the world by 2025. Oh, God, everyone's getting a little bit carried away again, aren't they, on players? But big up to you. Mark Cook, good morning to you as well. Morning to East London Gooner. Hope you're well, my friend. Morning to Andy Grant. Hello there. Hello to Hit the Bar as well. I am all good. 164 Spur. Yes. Good morning to you as well. Good morning, Drula. Good morning to you. I think you've just been gifted a channel membership. If you haven't liked, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Let me know. Potato Stew, hello to you as well. Hello. Good morning to DMB. Good morning to David Shire, who did gift all the channel memberships. Good morning. Thank you. Drula, proud to be a Geordie, saying, yes, don't forget to tickle the like button. Come on, let's just get that up to 100 as quickly as possible. Everyone smash that like button. Get your questions in. Get the questions in. As this says, get the questions in. Good morning to Derek Hutchinson. Good morning to you, my friend. Morning to Daniela. Hope you are well, my friend. Aaron Robinson has said, missing Ange ball already. Good morning, Savva and the chat. I hate international breaks now. When Conte was here, we needed them. With Ange, it's just an interruption and injury risk. True. One thing that was pointed out to me yesterday, Aaron, was, but it also allows for some of our players to get fit. The likes of Brennan Johnson. Hopefully we won't see Maddison used in both games. Hopefully we won't see Sonny used in both games. Kulu didn't play yesterday. So, the pros and cons. Proud to be a Geordie, as wonderfully weird as always. Do you ever wee sitting down for a treat? What a lovely question. Shem, big up to you. I said, good morning. Good to see you. Are the internationals over yet? No, we've got another week of them. Bring back Ange ball. Richie doing what he does best last night. No goals for Brazil. They were booed off the pitch. Listen, Brazil are never winning anything when you've got the likes of Richarlison leading your front line. Let's be brutally honest about that. Video complete. Sofiane. Oh, have you dropped a Sofiane? Didn't you used to have two Sofians? I said, hi, Savva. I think Eddie Howe can turn England to a very rough team if he someday replaces Southgate. I'd much rather Eddie Howe, that is for sure. Big up to you. Hit the Bar wants to know if it's going to stop raining. I hope so, because I'm going to Buellwater tomorrow. So if anyone knows Buellwater, no, not at all. No, please don't stir things. No, as I said, it wasn't Spurs creators. You've got to listen. You've got to listen. See, because what you've done now is got everyone in the chat talking about someone. That's not nice at all. So please don't do that. Please don't do that. That's not right. I clearly said it's not Spurs channels. Big up, David. Big up. Yeah, I know you haven't been on here a while. Where you been, my man? Where you been? I'm in. As said, Calvin Phillips had some big injuries previously. It's a concern. Yeah, I suppose it's only a concern if we're actually going to buy him. At the moment, I've just seen links. But yeah, we'll be talking about him a little bit later on. Good morning to Kate. Hope you are well. Young Lescott has said, terrible game to watch. England v Australia. Why? Proud to be Jordan said, last night watch along was really fun. Paul Perchie and his TV programs. Yeah, we had some fun last night. That's how I want the shows to be more now. Obviously, when they're Spurs related, they tend to be a little bit more passionate, I would say is the word. And everyone gets a little bit silly in the chat. But most of the watch-alongs we really do enjoy. Good morning to Lex. Epistemic, I said, Kate is our co-spirit guide to lead us through the darkness. There you go, Kate. It's probably the nicest thing anyone's ever said to you. Big up to you as well. Smash the like button, people, and smash the subscribe. We're only at 50 likes. It's terrible. Smash the like button. Crossbone Gaming, morning to you as well. Nana Hotspur said, Savage, do you think on current form, Southgate will play Maddison in his correct position, or will he even play him at all? I think Southgate is such a bad tactician that he probably won't play Maddison in his correct position. I've seen him play right wing for England, left wing for England, and it just beggars belief. But this is what he does. See, the thing is, Southgate goes for free centre mids, out and out centre mids. So he goes for Henderson, Rice, and Bellingham. Now, for me, I'd play Bellingham and Rice and have Maddison further forward, pulling the strings. But hey, who am I? Gareth Southgate. Everyone loves him, right? Big up Georgie 1 Foot, Leicester City Football Club. Yeah, you guys are swimming along nicely at the top of the championship there. David Shire said, DMAC, Ange Postecoglou proving them wrong. Brilliant on Ange, best I've seen. Don't know what that was about. It wasn't to me, so I shouldn't have read that really. Big up Rodney Roberts. Good morning to you, my friend. How are you? Friday. Good Friday to you, R709. Ali Bernard, big up, blessed to you as well. Yeah, Bill, let's go to your question. So Bill's question was, morning, Savva, is Bellingham world class? Now, I think this all comes down to what people's determinations of world class are. I think Jude Bellingham's a top footballer that is getting there. For me, I need to see players drag their teams over the line. I need to see players do it year in, year out at the top of their game. I think he's a top player, world class. On what evidence? That's what I'd ask. I'm not saying he's not. What evidence will people put him into world class? For me, yeah, he's started his career at Real Madrid brilliantly. He's scoring lots of goals. But when all is said and done and the goals stop, ask yourself, is he world class? I don't know. I'm just asking the question. I'm not saying this bit of hair is really annoying me. I've not done this well at all today, have I? Not done this well at all, my hair. Didn't even mean to go for that kind of mohawky look, but never mind. Please ignore it. But yeah, so let me know what you think. I really like Bellingham. I really like him. But for me, I think you need to do it on the world's biggest stage year in, year out. And I think, now he's at Real Madrid, lead them to glory, do something special. But hey, that's just me. Al Pesha said, morning, Savva, just bored with the internationals, missing the Prem. Yeah, I think everyone is starting to feel like that, my friend. Internationals now, I mean, it's so long-winded, isn't it? 2 weeks, 2 games. It's just so long. Doug Hall said, Bayern Munich now sniffing around Phillips on the BBC this morning. Interesting, very interesting. Bob Cunningham said, I'm back. Where you been, Bob? Where you been? But welcome anyway. Hassan has said, morning, Savva. Good morning to you as well, my friend. 123 bus. I think so. They said that he would be back the other side of the international break. So hopefully that is true. I'd like to see something different. I'd like to see some pace in this team. Everyone knows me now. I'm not really enamored with our front three other than Son. He doesn't do anything for me. I'm just putting some questions into the side. Hit the bar said Bentancur stepping up on the training. That's good news. Yeah, very good news. It's going to take him time. He's going to have to bide his time. But yeah, it's going to be a positive to get him back in that squad. My opinion on the possible ability to sign Calvin Phillips. I don't mind Calvin Phillips. I think he's a brilliant squad player. I think sometimes you've got to have workhorses. I think sometimes you've got to have players that do the dirty work. You need players with an engine. We need British homegrown players. I think he's a good player. Do I think he's great? No, but you don't need a team of great players. And I think we need depth in centre mid. So I would take him. I'm not saying he's the only one I would take. There's loads of midfielders. But yeah, if the option was there and the right deal was there, then why not? Tony has said, good morning. Sorry, no, he didn't. He said, good evening from Sav. No, he didn't. Good evening, Savva from Oz. Ange Ball will continue rocking after international break. Next few games. Yeah, I'm going to say it, though. I don't think Ange Ball's been that good the last 3 games, if I'm brutally honest. I think if we look at other than 45 minutes against Arsenal, I thought it was crap against Luton. I thought it was poor against Sheffield United, and I thought we were poor against Liverpool. So for me, I think we need to get back in the swing of Ange Ball. I think it's gone a bit stale, if I'm brutally honest. Yeah, we've been winning games, but I don't think the football's been great to watch. I think it's too slow. I think it's always slowed down on the right wing. I think on the left wing, we've just had so many different players play there that it's slowed down there. yeah, for me, I think we need to quicken up the pace. Dushan, big up to you, my friend. Good morning. How are you? Are you well? By the way, get the likes in. There's nearly 200 of you in here and only 60 likes. We've got to do better than that. Any super chats, feel free to get them in, and please do subscribe. We've gone past 11,500, so the next landmark is 12K, but I'm sure it'll take a while to get there. It's not. I've seen plenty of Spurs people say we're in a title race. Yeah. DMB has said, have Brazil not had a good number 9 since Ronaldo? Well, they've struggled, but this has got to be the worst they've had since Ronaldo, isn't it? Richarlison. I can't believe that he's I can't believe he's a Spurs player. It just makes me laugh every day. Video complete. Sofiane has said Eddie Howe in, Gareth Southgate out. Lots of people talking about this guy lately. We need to sign Antonio Nusa, a proper winger. Yeah, I've seen Nusa. Looks a good player. Lots of people talking about him now. MM United has said 3 signings in January are a must. Chalobah, Nusa, and the number 6. Not sure if Phillips is the same player. Hasn't played regularly for a year now. And I guess, yeah, that's always going to be the thing with Phillips, isn't it? That's always going to be the thing with him. He hasn't played for a while now. Big up Wes. So big up Savva. Haven't gotten to see any stream in about a week. I'm expecting England to absolutely destroy us. Yeah, don't always be so sure. I think England have got some individual brilliance, but as a team, they always flatter to the sea for me. Hussein has said, get Yotta in. To Wes's point, Southgate is useless picking his pets. Yeah, I've got no time for Gareth Southgate as a manager at all. David has said Socceroos. Arnold had Gus Hiddink, and Ange talked to the Socceroos. Was good to watch. Arnold can manage as well. Yeah, they obviously went there yesterday, which was interesting to watch. Hit the bar has said one guarantee with Southgate, he'll play Maguire. Don't. It's just so annoying. This guy is awful. CB, Gaza didn't do it on the biggest stage year in, year out, but you reckon he is world class? I don't reckon he is world class. CB, unfortunately, they're showing you don't understand football. Gaza was world class. Gaza was different gravy. I think the fact of the fact that you guys, the fact that you sit there and bring Gaza into it, for me, shows the levels of football knowledge there. Really, really bad. By the way, I'm not saying Bellingham's not a great player. I just think, first of all, he's only 20. Second of all, I think, keep doing what he's doing. Just keep doing what he's doing. No need to, like this says, yep, absolutely. But everyone just wants to put everyone in the world-class bracket very quickly, and then we get people who want to bring Paul Gascoigne into it. Oh, my gosh, how embarrassing. Greco Crystal said, Savva, I usually sit back and watch you guys without commenting, but Calvin Phillips is trash. Please tell me something he is good at, as I don't think he fits the system at all. I mean, the fact, again, he's not trash, is he? This is ridiculous. He's not trash. I think this is where... Again, this is what 2023 football fans have become. It's either brilliant or shit. It doesn't have to be either or. He's a good footballer. He's a good footballer. Pep wouldn't have bought him if he wasn't a good footballer. He's not as good as the other players, but he's a good footballer. Wow. Renketic, good morning to you, my friend. I am well. How are you? Good morning. East London Guna said, "Is good news for Arsenal that Timber back in the gym and walking. Good player, Timber. Seen him play. Good player. David Shire said, we are so far away from Ange Ball Savva outside the results. And I agree. The funny thing is, when I say it, that I get cussed. But Ange Postecoglou has said himself that the team's not up to scratch. At the moment, I'm watching it and there's good patches, but a lot of it is disappointing. I thought against Luton, we didn't move the ball quickly. Same with Sheffield United. I thought against Liverpool, I thought we were really sloppy for most of the game. But you can see what he's trying to do. Danny has said, sell Richarlison in Jan, take the hit, or we won't be able to sell him like other players we've got. Dan, I can't wait for this guy not to be lining up for Spurs. I think it's embarrassing that we shelled out 60 million for this guy in the first place. Awful scouting. Paratici's got to take that one on the head. Awful, awful signing. Tigaro, his heart says 1-0 to the Socceroos, but his head says England 6-0. I don't know if England are that good, are they? Rinketic said, I don't know about Nusa, but I know Patrick Wimmer from Wolfsburg will be quite good in 2 years. Lots of players around. Lots of good players around. Smash the like button. We're still only on 76 likes. Come on, and we haven't had a single subscriber throughout the show. Let's change that, shall we? Let's get those subscribers and likes up. It's free. Come on, people. You know the rules. Adrian has said Bellingham has a lot to learn and improve. He's still young, but there is no denying that he's a special talent and he has the right attitude to succeed. That he's doing it at Real. Says this I agree with. This I agree with. Absolutely. Learn, improve, grow. Absolutely. Special talent. That's all it is. That's all it is with opinions, right? It's too many people want to put players world class before they are. So people calling Dele Alli world class when he was 18, 19. And it was like, no, let him grow, let him learn, let him do it over a number of years on the big. But people don't want that anymore. Lots of people talking about Jota this morning. Everyone wants Jota in on a free agent. I would take him as well. Chris Master said sign Jota or Pedro Neto in January. Get Jota on a pre-agreement so he can start as soon as the window opens. I wouldn't mind that at all. I really wouldn't. Jota's a proper baller, according to Mark. Tony has said centre-backs are a must in January, plus a striker. Savva, you are right on speed of play under Angeball. Needs to be quicker. Yeah, I mean, it's slowly moved around at the back, and it will take time. As I said this in the summer, I'm saying it now. Don't let the results fool you. It's slow. We need to build it up, and we will. But it's going to take time because it's a new process. It's a new philosophy. So, I think when people are going, Angeball, some of the games I've really enjoyed. Some of them I've been a bit like, oh, okay, this is really slow. But it is what it is, and you've got Maddison who makes it look better than it is for me. Bill has said tonight's lineup will determine whether I, A, watch, and B, actually support them. I hear you, mate. I hear you. Good morning, Steve. Hope you're well, my friend. Said, morning, Savva. I think free players in general will be pushing it, and friendly games hate them. Yeah, I mean, can you get free players over the line? I'd like to think so, but we all know what Levy's like. As I've said, all of this, when people are going, it's different now. We're going to win titles. This is all on Levy. It's all on how Levy acts. And it's always been on how Levy acts. So we'll see. Apparently he's on a free. Apparently. Good morning, Louis. Hope you're well, my friend. Dushan has said, so happy. McTominay said he's never been a striker last night. No, now deluded United fans can stop suggesting ETH play him up top. Scores goals though, doesn't he? I have watched the Beckham documentary. Yeah, it's very interesting to see. Hoddle did some weird stuff, didn't he? Legend, great player, great tactician, but does some weird stuff. Rinketic, yeah. He was very good 2 years ago. He's had some injuries. Obviously, he plays behind Rodri, but I think people going like this guy goes way in. If Phillips can't play well in the City side with all those players, then, I mean, he was a decent... I don't think you understand his game. It's okay, Greco. You don't understand his game. I'm sorry. Who do we think we are? We've got players like Ndombele, Skip, Hojbjerg. I would take Phillips. I think you've got to understand the engine that Calvin Phillips has got on him as well. I would take him. I'm not saying he'd be my number one choice, but if he signed, I wouldn't be upset by it. I hope Longstaff can get some minutes tonight. He's better than Henderson. Yeah, but this is Gareth Southgate we're talking about here. You mean today, or is it? You mean today, or is it tonight? I don't know. Whichever one. I'd rather listen. I think Calvin Phillips is a good player. He does his job. He works hard. The engine, the tackling. He's a leader of men as well. I think you've got to have a squad. You've got to have a squad. The problem is with people like this, they don't understand that. You've got to have a squad. You can't just have 3 centre mids and the rest are crap. Otherwise, when they come off, look how poor we are. Good day, George. How are you, my man? Hope you're well. Peter Callow has said, Ange himself said there is still a lot of work to do, but it's clear most of the players have bought in, for sure. For sure. The players are buying in. The fans are buying in. That's the key thing. There you go, chat. Questions to you, not to me. Creative players, who are you bringing in? I agree. For me, I think we need 2 or 3 creative players over the next year. I just think other than Maddison, I don't see creativity. Steve D has said, stopped caring about international football years ago. The FA will never give us the kind of manager we need. Interesting. Billy has said, if we still in the mix come January time, I have a fear Levy won't get the checkbook out as he think we're doing okay with what we've got. Bang on the money. This is it. We've seen it so many times before. Poch worked miracles to get us where he did. And it is. Bursting bubbles. Savva loves himself. And his opinions are terrible. Shame he's a Spurs fan. We don't want idiots like him in our fan base, especially not talking about us all over YouTube. Get another job, son. I mean, this is coming from a grown-up who's got no name and no picture. Well done, Bursting Bubbles. Did your mum drop you on your head? Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Good try there, Bursting Bubbles. Feel free to come on and have a chat with me then. Tell me what I'm clueless about. You know what? If anyone wants to call me clueless, cool. At least put in something as to what I'm clueless about. I've not been wrong about Tottenham for a very long time, Bursting Bubbles. I've not been wrong for a very long time. You know all these people that you think were right, the ones crying when Harry Kane left in the summer, when I said it will be fine. The ones that were telling me Conte was brilliant, and I said, no, we need a manager that plays football. Yeah? Like, this is what I mean. Like, it's funny how those things never get called out. Like last year when I said we wouldn't finish top 4 under Conte because he's so negative and it will all come crumbling down. But these things never get mentioned. So big up to you, Bursting Bubble. And what a mature account. Well done to you. No, Dusha, no. They're talking about Jota that was at Celtic with Big Ange. By the way, sorry, just saying this. Listen, all I am is just a football fan that's coming on and chatting. I don't know why people need to be so rude. There is absolutely no need for it. So please jump out. There's no need. No one's invited you here. You don't need to be here. I'm not saying that's not. Greco, again, I didn't say there aren't better talents out there. I'm just saying if we did get him, I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't. If Pep Guardiola buys a player, then who are we to turn that player down? I think, I think he's a good player that's lost his way in the last year. Probably not the right move, but it is what it is, right? I'm not saying he'd be my first choice. There's many midfielders. I take Marino. I take the Zubamendi. But at some point, Spurs are going to have to buy British players as well because our homegrown quota is really bad. Ginger Cockerell, big up to you. So big up Savva and chat. Prediction for the England v Australia friendly. I'm going Kane 3, Australia 1. I don't know. I want to see the team. I don't know. Gareth Southgate will find a way to ruin it for everyone, I'm sure. What's this? Oh, I don't know what that is. Someone sending me that. Oh, God, yeah. God, of course he is. Of course we are. Smash the subscribe button, people. We've got 255 people in here. No one subscribing. Smash the subscribe button. Help me know that it's worth me doing these shows. Otherwise, it's a lot of effort for not a lot. And with 260 in here, we should be on 150 likes. We're only on 90. So please smash that button. Yeah, I know. I think a lot of people feel this way. I mean, I've not seen anyone overhype him. I just think he's a good footballer. Notice the emphasis on the word good. But hey, I think there's a lot that Spurs need, and we need we need competition. We need competition. Because he's got more chance of playing for Spurs. He's got more chance of playing for Spurs. That's the be-all and end-all. And I think his philosophy suits the way Ange plays better than it does Pep. That simple. Yeah, it is. Thank you. It is what it is. Uh, um, Big Sam says, Savva, disagree with you and put things in the chat, but you block them. Big Sam, please go away. We know who you are. Please don't come in here and start doing all this again. Sam, I always know who you are. Big Boss Man, to be fair to him, he was always civil. I think you blocked him the other day. If Big Boss Man's in here, I can't see him. I blocked him because he's the same as you, Big Sam. I can see who you people are a mile off, and you're nasty pieces of work. David, and can we please? I just want to have. This isn't true. I don't block people for a difference of opinion. I block people when they get silly. Yeah, Danny, so Phillips isn't bad at all. Was solid at Leeds, but I doubt he comes to Spurs to be backup. Again, we've got to get out that mindset. We've got to get out that mindset of backup. Dan, you're doing exactly what we did under the Poch era. We did this thing, didn't we, under Poch? Who's going to come and be a backup? And then when Levy didn't buy a squad to compete, we all went, oh, we didn't buy a squad. But every fan said no one would join to be a backup. You've got to have a squad. Look how Liverpool rotate. Look how Man City rotate. Yeah? You've got to have a squad. You can't just have an 11. We're about to fall into the trap. About to fall into the trap. You know, we always do. Keith Shields says, spotting. Morning, Savva, spot on. Competition breeds winners, and that is a mindset that's been missing. I agree. You've got to remember as well, right? We've got to remember, Keith, when we get back into Europe next year, fingers crossed, you're going to have loads more games. Yeah? And the number of Spurs fans, we've done this for years. We constantly talk about backups. Look at Liverpool's front five. You never know which one of them's going to play. Salah every week. Yeah? Salah every week. Other than that, you just don't know who plays. By the way, listen, Big Sam, please stop. Right? Please stop. Just stop, Big Sam. This is the thing. You come in, you're one of these, you come in, you don't actually just talk football. Everything is a sly dig at me. Just stop. I don't want it anymore. No, that's completely not true. This is not true. That's not true. Okay. So we're saying that no players will want to join Spurs and play in rotation. Why? Why wouldn't? Give me a reason as to why they wouldn't. Why? By the way, can everyone see Big Boss Man in the chat? I feel like this guy's having a chat with himself or Big Boss Man, who I can't see. If he is, let me know, because I can't see him. But I don't get it. You know, this. Thank you. At last, somebody, yeah. Phillips won't be a backup. It'll be more of a rotational player. I honestly, our fans. We keep doing this. Yeah. Sorry, we keep doing this. Where we think that this is just going to be an 11. We're just going to have an 11. For me, the biggest problem at Spurs is that we do that. For me, Sarr, 20, shouldn't play every game. You know, you want to have people like Phillips that can come in. When Basuma is injured or suspended, who you got coming in? Yeah? After 60 minutes when these players go off, who you got coming in? I feel like we're thinking small club mentality again. Yeah, but that hasn't been the case. That hasn't. Nunes hasn't started. Here we go. Let me prove this point. This is what I mean. We're just making things up now. Let's have a look. So if we look at Liverpool, right? If we look at Liverpool's games, right? So against Brighton, Darwin Nunes started, right? Against Tottenham, he didn't, right? Against Leicester, Nunes didn't start. Against West Ham, Nunes started. Against Wolves, Darwin Nunes didn't start. So you don't know that. Diaz didn't start 2 of the last 4 either. So no, you don't know. The only one that starts nearly every game is Mo Salah. This is the thing. All day, every day. All day, every day. Yeah, all day, every day, mate. George has said 7 games in December and African Asia Cup feels like playing in Europe for 2 months. So really need depth. I agree. This is it, mate. This is it. Hang on. Perchy's asking me to redirect and then send it into my WhatsApp, which means I then have to send this through to my email. 1 second, people. Got to have depth. Honestly, the number of people that don't seem to understand about needing depth is frightening in 2023. Future Music has said, morning, Sav. Gareth Safetygate is the only person that can take an all-star team and take them dull. I disagree to a degree. He makes them dull. I don't think it's an all-star team. I don't think England's defenders are anywhere near good enough as a collective. I think he ruins the forward line, though, in the midfield. I truly believe that. I get what you're saying. Steve D says, get Elias Savva has more trolls than anyone because he actually gives you airtime by reading all the comments. Steve D, I've been having chats with the people closest to me in my circle lately about changing the way I do it and not reading out comments. Because if I read out comments, people want to have a go at me. If I don't read out comments, then I'm like everyone else. So it is a tough one. It's probably why I've fallen out of love a little bit with it, Steve D, if I'm brutally honest. The abuse just got too much. People like Big Sam, Big Boss Man, just people like that starting bubble, but just constant. And you block them, they come back with something new. This isn't true. I've just read to you 2 of the last 3 league games. Darwin Núñez hasn't started. So no, this isn't true. This isn't true. Theo, we've got the information at the tips of your fingers. I've just shown that. It's not true. So no, you've got to change it about. Gakpo starts, then you've got Diaz starting, Jota starts, Salah. This is the thing. You've got to have options. Spurs do not have options. Where are we? Oh, this is live. Let's do. Oh, hang on 1 second. Let's just do this. People send me links to them while I'm midstream is always tough. 1 second. Customization. Redirect. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Paste. There we go. Okay. David Shire said Anthony wants 2 for each spot competing. I agree. He wants that, but apparently Greco Christos says we can't have that. 1, we don't pay big wages. That's a lie. We pay very good wages. 2, we don't win, have a chance of silverware, proof in the pudding. Okay, but isn't that what we're working towards? 3, we're a small club thinking we're a big club when we aren't, man. I don't understand. If I say I don't think Spurs can win anything, I get berated. I say we need a bigger squad and to buy better players. We can't do it. Which one is it? Let me know which one it is. MM United. No, again, see, we're doing it again. We're doing it again. We definitely need centre-backs. You believe Phillips and Dorrington can make the step up, but you've got to have depth in there. You've got to have quality in there. We're doing it again, as Sean would say. We're doing it again. Keith, absolutely. Fans deluded if they don't want competition in a squad. Rotating players keeps the injuries down, but also makes the players have to perform for fear of losing their place. It's not been the Spurs way. I agree. I agree. Of course you do. Of course, this tells me. This tells me everything I need to know. If you think Hojbjerg's better than Calvin Phillips, yeah. Brett, absolutely. Depth is massive. Depth is absolutely massive. You look at that Liverpool team that won the league. All the options they had at the back and in midfield. We all knew their midfield was Fabinho, Henderson and Thiago. But we then also knew they had Wijnaldum. Yeah, they had Milner. They had Oxlade-Chamberlain. Right? You've got these players in reserve. We knew they had Trent Alexander-Arnold and Gomez at right back. You had Konate, Matip, Gomez and Virgil van Dijk that could play in the middle. You had Tsimikas and Robertson that could play at the back, at the left. So, I think that, yeah. You've got to have options. You've got to have options. But we also got to buy some British players at some point. Whether it's Phillips, whether it's Gallagher, whether it's somebody, Spurs need to get You need to get options. Yes, I would all day long. I would take Pedro Gonçalves all day long. Big up, big up, big up. Big up to Tigaro. So, Sav, you know I like to support the channel. If I could donate common sense and the ability to listen, I would. Mate, that's all I asked for with some of these people. But unfortunately, you get people like Big Boss Man, Big Sam. These type of people, they just want to come in and ruin it. I block them. They come back as something else. Garage Classics is another one. They just keep coming back. They don't actually listen. They hear bits of what you say, and that's 2023 kids for you. But big up to you, Tigaro. And then big up to Rodney. He said, big up, Savva. Appreciate your hard work, fella. Listen, big up, Rodney. Thank you very much, my man. I try, mate. I try and make my shows as inclusive as possible. I try and get to the comments. Would you rather just a YouTuber read out your comment and then didn't debate it? We can do that. I could literally just sit here and go, I'd rather have Gout than Hojbjerg and just go, okay. And then go, da-da-da-da, okay. Okay. But wouldn't we rather have a debate and a conversation about it? Daniel said Bentancur, Phillips, Saab, Suma, Skip, then another 10 to back up Maddison. That would be a good group of midfielders. Not for me. Skip, not for me. Phillips isn't a midfielder. Oh, sorry, Calvin Phillips. Sorry. Let me start that again. Yes. Other than Skip, yes. I agree. I think if you've got Bentancur, Phillips, Sarr, Basuma, and Maddison as a 5, and then you get one more that can play the Maddison role, I completely agree with you. I think, yes, we've got depth on the wings, but I think it's depth, not a lot of quality. Big Sam, you're getting blocked. I know who you are. So you're going. Sorry, mate. You don't help the channel. You think you do. You don't. You ruin it. 1, 2, 3 busted. Everyone will see how much depth we lack when players ain't available. I'll tell you what. Wait until we get to December and we've got injuries, suspensions, and 7 games. Wait until we've got a game every 3 or 4 days. And fans like this guy think the same 11 can play week in, week out. Madness. Do you think he'd be happy and would stay at Spurs if he was on the bench? He wouldn't be on the bench all season. I can't talk to people like that. It's crazy. But listen, Melvin, for me, I try and read out everyone's comments. It's always the way I've wanted to be as a YouTuber, to be different. But unfortunately, you do see the people that understand football and don't. Like this guy that thinks you only need 11. It's madness. One minute Phillips isn't good enough for Spurs. The next minute he wouldn't come to Spurs. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, absolutely, Bill. Yeah, I had Darwin Núñez in my fantasy team, and it was like, oh, Núñez ain't playing again today. Oh, Núñez ain't playing again today. Absolutely. Ryan Mulia said, since I know you love Gennaro so much, ask my dad who was better, him or son. My dad's response was, don't be silly. Look, very different players, but if I had to pay to watch one of them play, it's this guy 10 times out of 10 over Sonny, unfortunately. But very different players. This is why when people have compared them, Son is a forward. Gennaro wasn't. They're very different players. I agree, Andy. We desperately need some quality depth. We've really... Look, we're bringing on when, the likes of Richarlison, Skip, Hojbjerg, Davis, Skip, Dyer, Royale, not going to win things like that. Now, I'm not saying we should this year, but, it is what it is. Gary Phillips has said, Savva, do you think Messi has proven himself, or do you think he needs to join a strong league? What a silly... Again, apologies, people. I didn't know that question was going to be from a troll. Apologies. The moment. Yeah, let's have that chat. Who's leaving Spurs in January? For me, I think that Lo Celso will go and possibly Hojbjerg. But you've got to have replacements. We've got no depth. For all the people saying you don't need depth or who's going to come and sit on a bench, they've not learnt from Pochettino's team of 2016, 17 and 18. This is not true, Theo. This is not true. As I said, I've had him on fantasy league team. Right, Theo, let's do this again. I literally read it out to you. Right, Premier League. He started against Brighton. He didn't start against Tottenham. He started against West Ham. So didn't start. Started. He didn't start v Wolves, right? He started v Villa. He didn't start v Newcastle. So basically, in the last 6 games, and let's go back to Bournemouth. He didn't start. Let's go to Chelsea. He didn't start. He started 3 of their 8 Premier League games. So no Theo. No Theo. He's not first choice. He started 3 of 8. Me, I've not seen a lot of him. Lots of people talking about this guy. I need to see him. Is he another flash in the pan is my question. We see this a lot every year where a player scores loads of goals in a batch. They get a big move and then nothing happens with them. I don't know. I need to see him. Adam has said, morning, Sav. I'm worried Sonny will need a groin up. Yeah, if you keep playing injured players, this is going to happen. It's going to happen. This is the problem. Hang on, perfect. Hang on. I want to join now. Daniel said Spurs are a big club. We've made more semis and finals than most. We just haven't got over the line. I think the key thing is Spurs fans, Daniel, chop and change when we're a big club to suit their narrative of an argument. But hey, it is what it is. DMB said also having a strong bench to change games. Absolutely. Look at that Liverpool bench when they played us. It was frightening compared to ours. Ours was frightening, but for a completely different reason. Big up, smash the likes. We should be on 150 likes by now. We should definitely be on 150 likes. We're only on 121. Come on, smash those like buttons. And please do keep subscribing. We've had 1 subscriber throughout the show, so big up to whoever that was. Jimmy said, hope you're well, Savva. I am very well, thank you. Seems the vibes have been a bit different last couple of weeks, so hoping you're well. Listen, I'm well. I've just completely decided to change up what I do. I don't want to be clickbait. Not that I ever really was, but I don't want to be clickbait. I don't want to put out show after show after show after show. I want to enjoy it. And lots of the Spurs fans don't allow you to enjoy it. But hey, we're back. I always enjoy these shows apart from a few people. Creeko has said, bro, you're spinning the narrative that fans don't want depth. No one's saying that. I'm saying we won't do it and the players wouldn't come. Of course they would. Of course they would. They're going to be rotational wherever they go. They're going to be rotational. Chris, unfortunately, you're bringing in Hojbjerg or Skip. That's where we are. Ram said, Savva, what are you saying for fan believe Spurs are in a title race? Good luck to them. I've got nothing. I've done this a million times. I've got nothing against anyone who thinks we're in a title race. First of all, I don't think anyone's in a title race in October. I don't think title races exist in October, especially when it's so tight with everyone at the top. Title races for me, get to halfway through a season, get to 20, 22, 23 games. Then we'll see who's elevated themselves to that spot, who hasn't. And if you're there at that stage, what we mustn't do, though, these fans have got to be careful. If you tell every other fan base we're in a title challenge, when we drop off, if we drop off terribly, they can't then bring out the excuses. We weren't ready. It's Angie's first year. We weren't meant to be there. This is what I mean. If you're going to put people on this pedestal, they'll be judged against that pedestal. So if Spurs lose a game, people like me go, that was poor. And they go, oh, give him time. Well, hang on. No, you're the ones telling me we're in a title challenge, not me. So each to their own. People can believe it, Ram. I just don't. I think we're miles off it. I think we're absolutely miles off it. And the same football fans this time last year were telling me Man City were finished. They're telling me Man City have finished again. We'll see. We'll see. Eldan said, I don't want us to waste money on players like Gallagher and Phillips just because they're homegrown. We'd prefer youth players bought through. You might do, but youth players bought through aren't going to give you what those players will give you. I don't think they are. I don't think it is wasting money on those players. But, hey, each to their own. Look, at the moment, Andrew's shown no desire to bring through the youth at all. Look at the bench we had against Luton. He could have had Santiago, Dorrington, Phillips, Donley. None of them were there. Dyer will be gone in Jan as well. I agree. I agree, Brett, and I think it's going to take time. I still think we need centre-backs, midfield and strike. I think we need a lot. I still think we need another full-back that could probably cover right-back and left-back. Look, there's a lot to do, which is why I've said I'm in no rush this season. I know everyone's in a rush to want to win something this year. I'm in no rush. Let's just see where it goes. So, yeah, absolutely. Andy said we need quality players ASAP, or we're seeing the likes of Skip Dyer and the like when the first 11 are burnt out or injured. Great show, Savva. Yeah, listen, this is the thing. Listen, when we see Dyer come back in because we get an injury at the back, when we see Hojbjerg have to start 5 or 6 games because we get an injury in midfield, when Sonny doesn't play and Richarlison's playing week in, week out up front, just remember that. Just remember that. Not you, it's me, people in general. Where are we? God, loads of comments. Future Music has said you have to be open-minded, you have to be speculative. Just keep doing your thing, Savva. This channel is perfect. Yeah, cheers, man. I'll always do my thing. Rinketica said, was Ginola more like a Messi type player with a ball? Ginola was an out-and-out old-school left winger with pace, skill, trickery, power. He was just superb. If you get the chance, watch some videos. The guy you'll see every bit of his videos. He's coming from one of the wings. He was magnificent. Oh, well, there you go. Look, I've just seen that. Le Magnifique. Yeah, this is, the old saying, I wouldn't open my curtains to watch him play if he was in the garden, for players you don't rate. This guy's the opposite. I'd pay in my own house to watch Ginola kick a football around. He was different. He was elegant. He was skillful. He was classy with it. We haven't got anyone near that now. There's no one in our squad like that. Greco, I've read what you said. I just disagree massively. This idea that players won't come to sit on a bench is nonsense. Players move everywhere. Everyone's got big squads. West Ham have managed to do it. Kudos has been starting on the bench. Why would Kudos go to West Ham and sit on a bench but not to Tottenham? Why? That's just one example. It happens all over the league, but apparently not for us, which is weird. Big up some super chats here. DMB forever. Big up to you just sticking in a super sticker. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Steve D said, never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. Yeah, very true. Big up, Steve D. Big up. I hope you are well, my man. Keep smashing the subscribe button, people. We've had 2 or 3 today, which is really, really nice. And big up to Steve D. Thank you for your support. David Shire, another one. Yeah, as I said, I've not seen a lot of this guy play. I've not seen a lot of him play, but he is scoring a lot of goals. I think for me, again, consistency is massive. And, everyone knows how I feel about consistency. And if you don't, there you go. Context and consistency. I think we see this far too much where a player has a good year or a good 6 months and then everyone loses their mind about that player. But listen, I don't know. I need to watch him a bit more. So big up to you, David Shire. I think Tigaro, the single parent theory, has just given away a channel membership. I don't know who that went to, but big up Tigaro has just given it to D&B Forever. D&B Forever just been given a channel membership. So big up to you. David Shire gave away 5 earlier. This one's been given away to D&B Forever. That means 6 people have just been given channel membership. So big up to you. Legend. Absolutely legend. Thank you, Tigaro. Hopefully see you tonight for the Socceroos versus England tonight. So big up to you. And then one of my favorites, Q7, is in here. Big up to you. He's been a member for 7 months. Said, Savva, you legend. Morning to you in the chat. Jan is never easy to sign in. And Levy is still here, so we won't see much. If it's only one, what position is priority? Well, if it's only one, where'd you go with it? Midfield, purely because we're going to be losing Basuma and Sarr. And we don't know what Bentancur is going to be like. And Hojbjerg might be going, maybe. And then again, I think we need a goal scorer. I think we need a centre-half. Big RQ, I don't know, man. Loads of positions need filling. Interesting. It's really, really interesting. Big up, really enjoying this morning show. Big up to absolutely every single one of you. Come on, smash that like button. We should easily be at 150 to 175. There's 270 of you in here right now. So please smash that button and keep subscribing. Let's see if we can get to 11,550 today. We're on 11,000. Dude, stop. Big Sam, stop. This is the very last warning, right? Don't bring my personal life into this, right? Don't bring my personal life into this, what I do for a living. This is nothing to do with you. This is weird, right? Which means you stalked me on LinkedIn or something. Stop. This is weird. Everyone else thinks it's weird. This is your final warning, Big Sam. I know who you are, so stop doing this, right? Please stop doing this. Where are we? Yeah, that's my point, mate. With Basuma, we need depth. I think Calvin Phillips would jump at the chance to join our squad. Absolutely. He'd play loads. This notion that he wouldn't play from people that think only an 11 can play is absolutely madness. Kilman Lascelles So must be back. Yeah, it doesn't fill me. Neither of those really fill me with much. They've been here for a long time, never done anything. I don't know. It's early days, isn't it? I mean, Ramsdale had a brilliant year last year. I'm not sure why he's lost his place. Ray is a very good goalkeeper. Vicario's done really well. So I don't know. At the moment, I'm just happy with the keeper we've got. It doesn't always have to be one versus the other. At the moment, I agree with you, Gamer Guy. I'd rather have some experienced players. It can't just all be youth. It really can't. Philip, I agree with you, mate. Title races don't start in October. I think lots of people pushing this narrative that title races are starting now. It's mad. Savva, don't insult my football knowledge. Listen, you brought Gaza into it. His lack of professionalism and consistency. You don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. I'm not. You don't know what you're talking about. Your football knowledge there on Gaza has gone completely. For years, he was one of the best players in the world and then got one of the worst injuries I've ever seen. So you really don't know your football. Greer said, I think Savva, I would love Phillips or Connor, but they will cost 50 million like rumoured in the summer and around the world, not playing in the Premier League and not English. There are much better players. I agree. I'm not saying it has to be those. I'm not saying it has to be Gallagher or Phillips. At some point, though, we've got to get some British players through. At some point. I like Gallagher. I think he suits. I think Gallagher and Phillips both suit Postecoglou style massively. Are they the best players? No. Do they suit the system? Yes. You've got to have a squad. French players are different. Aaron has said, this is my joint favourite Spurs channel, Irish Hotspur and Spurs Talk Show. And the main man, Savva, keep up the good work. Big up, big up to the Irish Hotspur as well. Big up to Sean on the Spurs Talk Show as well. So, yeah, keep subscribing to all the Spurs channels. Why are you not aiming for an FA Cup or Carabao Cup? Typical no silverware aspirations, poor mentality. What do you mean? We're at the Carabao Cup. What do you mean? Who said we're not aiming for that? I don't know what that means. Did I say that I don't want us to win a cup? Not sure I did. Adam. Oh, mate, I was devastated when he left. Devastated. Players like this come around every now and then. The problem is, Adam, the younger fans now, they don't see players like this now. There's none of them around. You don't see this level of footballer around anymore. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Big up, Tigaro. Thank you for that. Thank you for giving that to D&B forever. Big up, big up, big up. But that's my point, Savva. Spurs don't and won't do it because of you know who. Don't forget when we didn't sign. Yeah, but whether Spurs will or won't do it doesn't mean we shouldn't do it, which was my debate. My debate earlier wasn't whether Levy does it. It was that we need it. And you said they won't come. Of course they would come if we tried to bid for them. Are you telling me Calvin Phillips wouldn't want to come to Tottenham Hotspur? Come on, let's be brutally honest about this. Brett, big up to you. I said people need to stay grounded. This is a real build, and Big Ange's got the best out of what he's got to work with so far. Completely agree. Grounded. Stay grounded. Centre back and left back is what David Shire wants to bring in. Yeah, absolutely. For me, Dyer, Skip, Davis, Lloris, and Richie. I'll be honest. I think I could extend that. For me, I could extend that more. I could get Ryan Sessegnon in there as well. Ivan Perisic in there as well. Brian Hill, depending on what he does. Alwyn has said every once in a while a player comes along and walks into a world-class team and head and shoulders above the rest. It quickly becomes obvious that he is world-class, for sure. For sure. I agree. When a player is world-class, I think it's obvious. I think when people have to debate it, they're not. There you go. That's the only way I'd say it. I think when people, you know what I mean by that. But hey, Australian Gooner, big up to you, said at Savva earlier this season, Arteta was trying party as inverted right back because to change tactics in rotation with Zinchenko, we have become more pragmatic this season. Do you think Arteta is maturing? Do I think he's maturing? We'll see. We'll see. Big year for him. For me, there's a manager that has to win something. There's a manager who's had a lot of money and a lot of time and has now got his own squad. So, yeah, for me, is he maturing? I don't know. This year will tell us a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Rodney. It's mad, isn't it? It is mad. Alwyn has said, which world-class player would you replace Bellingham with in the Real Madrid team? Which world-class player would you replace Bellingham with in the Real Madrid team? I don't think there is many world-class players about. If I'm brutally honest, I don't think there's many world-class footballers. I genuinely don't anymore. I think this is one of the poorest crops of footballers I've seen for decades. I just don't think the level of footballer is anywhere near it was in the 80s, the 90s, the early noughties. I think that we're producing lots of rigid footballers rather than world-class players that can change games on the drop of a hat. But that's just me. I don't think it was. Was he poor last year overall? I don't think he was. I really don't think he was. Big up to Tigaro has said Richie and 80 million to Napoli for Osimhen. Make it happen. Tigaro, I think we've got to realise is some of these big clubs are going to see Richie play and not want him. Plus 80 million. You think Daniel Levy's chucking out 80 million? Oh, I love your theory. I just can't see. I can't see big Daniel Levy doing this one, mate. I really like your theory, though. Where are we? The SG, Theo SG said Arsenal have Jesus, Chelsea want Osimhen, United, Hojbjerg and Liverpool don't need him, or City or Spurs the most likely team for Ivan Toney. I think Arsenal or Chelsea are the most likely teams. I think Chelsea and Arsenal make the most sense. Both London clubs, both need a striker. That's for me where I think he'll go. Saliba or Diaz, both. They're my best two centre-backs in the league at the moment, both of them. I'm guessing you meant Ruben Diaz, right? Aaron has said, do you think it's too soon to start bringing some of the under-21s up and playing them in the first team? It's not whether I think it's too soon. Ange clearly does, because none of them were on the bench against Chelsea. He'd rather skip Hojbjerg, Dyer, Davis, Royale. So I don't think it quite matters what I think. But by the way, come on, guys, there's nearly 300 of you in here, only 145 likes. Can everyone please get over there and smash that like button? Come on, we should be getting up to nearer 200 now. Different gravy. Different gravy. Yeah, different gravy. Is this confirmed now? Is this confirmed? If this is, it's crazy. Just off of the back of a couple of games where he scored rather than, yeah, but okay, fair enough. Thing is, we don't know this. I mean, Adam, that doesn't make sense. Surely, if he left because he was on the bench, that would show his ambition to not be on. I don't know. I don't know. Savva, if you haven't already, please look at the McTominay disallowed goal. One of the worst. Yeah, listen, I told you the standing of referee in VAR is absolutely crap. People love it. People keep talking about, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. So we'll see. Hang on, there's loads of people in the chat now. Keep smashing that like button, people. We won't stop till we get to 200 likes. We've only got 155. And please keep just smashing that subscribe button. We should be getting another 5 or 6 more. The link is in the chat. Come on, people. Smash that subscribe button. Let's start. I've been lax with it lately. I've not been growing the channel like I should. Let's get it back on the road, shall we? Has Sonny been named the player of the month? Is that definite? Naz AFC saying, what is the aim then? You have no Europe. Almost everyone who's a threat has more games. Why is the FA Cup not being demanded? I think when fans say things like this, again, lack of intelligence. I don't just think you demand the FA Cup and you win it. There's still Man City in it, Arsenal, Newcastle, Liverpool, Man United, Brighton, Villa. You can't just say demand the FA Cup and it arrives. When fans say this, it just makes me laugh. Like, first of all, the FA Cup doesn't start for about 3 months. Second of all, you can't just demand the trophy. Madness. Mad. I think 50-60 now, 50. Top player would definitely go and get this, boy. Definitely go and get this. Big up, Rodney. Savva, help these people name 5 world-class players. Rodri. De Bruyne. Harry Kane. Kylian Mbappe. Erling Haaland. Not many. I don't think many players are world-class these days. I think lots of players have the potential to be. I think lots of players are shoehorned into being world-class. I don't think many are world-class. Arsenal, De Groot has said, Savva, people can discredit Arteta as much as they want, but most of the neutral fans say if Saliba was there, Arsenal would have been checked. Yeah, but if maybes, that's cool. But listen, at the end of the day, Arsenal, De Groot, whether this is Arteta or any other manager, he's going to be judged on what he does as a manager. And you can't say, oh, what a top manager, he just missed out because of an injury. Then my question would be, if you were 1 injury away from winning the league, 1 injury away from winning it, why didn't you have sufficient backup? Should have known that. So for me, I think he's got a lot to prove, Arteta. I think he's a good coach, but he gets talked about like this world-class manager, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he's done to get that. I'd love Pedro Neto, Simon. I'd love Pedro Neto. Video complete. I don't know why we think that all of these top clubs around Europe would want Richarlison. I just don't get it. Surely they're seeing what we've seen. Yeah, I agree, Keith. It is. He's got to do something now. The Arsenal fans are the world's best at doing this. They're the world's best at hyping up. But at some point, you've got to have output. At some point, you've got to have some output. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Yes, Theo, I do think there is a huge talent drought in world football at the moment. You've not won in almost 20 years, and all your fan base caves back is Ange Ball. No, Naz, mate, we're at the beginning, right at the beginning of a journey. Just because I don't think we're going to win anything doesn't mean we shouldn't be soon, but not this year. I think it's well too early. It's true. I hear people call Vinny world class. Yes, he's very effective, but when I watch a player like that, I still feel sorry for the younger generation. I agree. Vinicius Junior for me on his day is frightening, but world-class players, they used to do this game in, game out. Yeah, but I agree. Ginola was not like the others. Oh, different. Nothing like him now. Nothing in our team right now could even lace or clean Ginola's boots. Classified said, Savva, how come Spurs fans ain't hyping Van der Ven because he's been one of your best players? I think they are. He is a good player. He's a very good player, but he's a young player. He's learning. It's his first season. Problem is, when you hype players too quickly, you set them up to fail. I think he's doing wonderfully well. Just let him carry on. Urest said KP and CG. KP and CG. Apart from English, what would they bring? Me, nothing, and neither will come anyway. KP Calvin Phillips and Conor Gallagher. I think they would be perfect for Ange's engine, for the engine that you need. You've got to remember, whoever comes into that midfield needs an engine. These two have it in abundance. Nope, I don't want Dele Alli back. He's gone. Thank you for what you did, but no. Too much baggage. Put pressure to get silverware. You really? Oh, please stop. Please stop. You're boring me now. But you stop. There's a difference between demanding silverware and winning it. Listen, Naz, I don't know if you're 12 or 13. You sound like a kid. Set an example. Me saying Spurs have to win the Premier League doesn't set an example. It just sounds childish. Just maddening. I don't know what's happened. Tell you what, football fans have got worse as well. We're talking about the standard of footballers, the standard of football fans. It's just their understanding of the game has gone so bad. Jacob, I think what's being knocked out of players is that flair, that skill. What's being knocked out is every little thing gets judged. How many times a player gives the ball away in a game? How many progressive passes? How many this? How many take-ons? You never had that before. We just let players go, create, be creative. We don't do that now. Fair enough. Well played to Sonny, if it is. Victor, I do call-in shows every now and then. Last couple of call-in shows, though, I've done, though, not many people have joined, so they get a bit boring after a while, if I'm brutally honest. David, I completely agree. That's it. That's all it is. Yes, all it is. Sorry, Modric, I should have put in there as well. Mo Salah, you could put in there. For me, I don't think Mo Salah's got the world's best technical ability, but his numbers speak for themselves. He's ridiculous. Great figures. Not world class. If this is what we're talking about, not world class for me. And I said Mbappe. Said Mbappe, mate. Alisson, I would put him in there as well. I wouldn't put Ter Stegen in there. I like Ter Stegen. I just don't think. For me, I like Ter Stegen. I don't think he's on Alisson's level. Adam saying, I completely agree. Very few world class. There's very few. No, I don't think Camavinga, Valverde, or Tchouaméni are world class. I don't know. Vinny Jr. is the one on the line for me, but the other three have done nothing to suggest they're world class. Again, we're just trying to shoehorn people really, really quick into that. Look, dude, you got to stop. You've got to stop. Worry about your own team. Your team if we need to demand trophies, your team has failed miserably by not winning trophies in the last 4 years. Leah said, Arteta's still a young manager who's done well so far, but needs another good season. I agree. Absolutely. Not yet. Not for me. Not for me. I think he's definitely going to be the next one that breaks into that mold, though. But, yeah. Absolutely. Whereas, oh, God, I've missed that. Hang on. Oh, where did that go? Yeah, absolutely, Mike. He doesn't know me. It's the problem. People don't know me. Savva, do you think Decky can fit? Nope. No. I don't at all in any way, shape, or form. Not for me, I'm afraid. Soboslai is nowhere near world class. I mean, this is what we do. He's a good player. He's a really good player. But everyone... I really wish some of these younger fans had seen a lot of the players I grew up with that were world class. So many of them were brilliant, and now we're just putting anybody and everybody into that bracket. Good morning to you, Andrew. I hope you're well, my friend. Good morning. Please keep smashing that like button. Keep subscribing. We're only 3 away now from 11,540. Can we get 3 of you? Let me put the link in the chat. The link is in the chat. I'm going to pin it as well. So please, if you haven't, please do subscribe. Steve D. Absolutely, Steve. Absolutely. I think people think that a new manager comes in, you automatically win. I think Postecoglou's got a lot of work to do. A lot of work. Van der Ven, yeah, I agree. Really good head and his shoulders. Yeah, smash the likes, people. We should be at 200. We're 25 away now. Uarest said Bellingham, Modric, Vinny Jr., Salah, Mbappe, KVB, Haaland, Kane. Yeah, I mean, Bellingham for me and Vinny Jr. for me are on the cusp. For me, Vinny Jr. I need to see more when he's in a Brazil shirt. But yeah, I don't disagree on the main. I think most of those are the ones I said. KVB, you mean KDB, Kevin De Bruyne? Big up, Daniel. Yes, yeah. It's been ages since I've done a 10 o'clock show, mate. I've just been taking a bit of time, just getting fit, just sorting myself out, my diet, my everything. But big up, I'm well, man. Yes, the Beckham documentary is certainly eye-opening. Certainly eye-opening. I mean, in one of those games, you saw Man United play Real Madrid, and there were more players in that 22 that day, more world-class players in that 22 than there is now in football. I would love him to go back to Everton. I would love him to go back to Everton, Paul. Absolutely. I would love the FA Cup as well. But you know what? Man City would love the FA Cup. Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, Villa, Newcastle, Brighton. They'll all love the FA Cup. I don't think it's as simple as we just say, oh, let's go for the World Cup. Duffer Shurs said Stones and Robbery carried the ball. Oh, you're a stat merchant. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just find it so funny, Mayhem. I find it so funny when people just say, you should win the FA Cup this year. Yeah, it's that simple. Why didn't we think of that? You know, like every other team is suddenly rubbish and doesn't want to win an FA Cup. Hang on. Let's have a look. Ready? FA Cup winners. You ready? Let's have a look at this. List of FA Cup winners. Hang on. Where's the list of winners? 1 second. Hang on. Oh, God, no. Hang on. I always list of FA Cup winners. Right. Here you go. Agree. Okay, right. Here we go. I mean, I don't even know how far you go down with this. Are you ready? Right. So here we go. Let me get rid of that comment for 1 second. What was that time? Was that 11:16? Okay. So if we look at this, when people are saying just go and win the FA Cup, the FA Cup has been won. Can we all see that? It's a bit small, but I think you can make it out. Hang on. Let's blow that up a tiny bit. Sorry, 1 second. So this is the last 20 years of FA Cup winners. Man City, Liverpool, Leicester, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal, Wigan, Chelsea, Man City, Chelsea, Portsmouth. It's the anomaly. There's a couple of anomalies. Wigan, Portsmouth. Everyone else is one of the big four. One of the big 4 or 5 wins it every year. And everyone think, hang on, let's go a little bit further back. 2003. Look, before 2003, again, look. Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man U, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United. Even then, Everton did in 95. We're going back to 95 now. We're going back to 30 years ago. Man U, Arsenal, Liverpool, all the way back to when we won it. It's the same teams that win it year in, year out. So when people like Nas say, just win the FA Cup, demand it, just doesn't work like that. I agree. I love Vinny Jr. I think on his day he's brilliant, but you've got to do it week in, week out to be world class. Greco, I will block you if you've put this in about 5 times now. We've seen it. You don't need to. We don't need to keep saying the same thing. This is it. Build it. Yes. Wow. Yeah. Now we're talking about proper players. Guti. Wow. What a midfielder this man was. Adam Crew said players are more interested in padding their stats than taking the chances these days. 9 times out of 10, a winger will turn back and play a 5-yard pass. It used to be the opposite. Bang on. Yeah. Bang on. This is it. You've got wingers now that are like I won't start on Kulu, but we talk about, but look at how many times he held the ball up. Look at how many passes inside were completed. Look at how many runs. Wingers used to be judged on, can you beat a man? Can you create? Can you get forward? Nowadays, we're judging it on weird things. Kuva, big up to you, has said there's a huge difference between demanding a trophy and expecting a club to at least have that as a target. The attitude is in the club's control. Sure, but then what if you play Man City, 3rd round FA Cup? I'm not offended. But Naz, it's just not that simple. Every fan wants to win a trophy. Of course they do. But me sitting here going, we must win an FA Cup, doesn't make sense. Really doesn't make sense. Tigara said Daniel Levy is an accountant. He needs a marketing guru to make him see sense. Yeah, unfortunately, Daniel Levy will always be Daniel Levy. Never forget that. Unfortunately, people seem to have forgot that now because we've started the season well. Does Bentancur come straight in when fully fit? Not for me. I think there's a difference between being fully fit and going to be match fit. For me, I think there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work for that man to do, but it's good to have the option. Yeah, big up Theo. Yeah, listen, I really like Szoboszlai. I think he's a really good footballer, but just not world class. For me, I think you've got to get a centre back in. I think you've got to get, depending on what's happening at the time. If we're struggling to score goals, you need a forward. If we're not, Big Sam, please go away. I've asked you nicely before. Please go away. You're not welcome here. If not, you need a midfielder, depending on what's happening. Basuma and Sarr going. Do you want to be left with Hojbjerg and Skip in the midfield for a month? No way I said that. Camavinga, so I don't think Camavinga's world class. I think he's a really good footballer. But is he world class based on what? This is what I mean. What are we doing here? Yeah, I mean, he didn't carry Madrid to you. He carried Madrid. Isn't it Rodrigo who won them the semi-final? Wasn't it Benzema with all his goals that got them through past PSG and Chelsea and that? This whole carried is just crazy, man. Just crazy. Savva is a good watch, but suggesting that Arsenal won it 3 years ago, yet Arsenal haven't won anything in 4 years. Did I suggest it isn't a major trophy? Oh my God, I can't keep spending. You're getting boring now, Naz. I've said, for me, build and grow. Build and grow. We've implemented a philosophy. We're bringing through a different style of player. It's going to take time. Everything. We've changed director of football. We've changed our scouts. We've changed our manager. It's going to take time. Yeah. My aspirations, of course, are to win things and be the best, but it doesn't happen over one summer. Can we please have an adult conversation? Not just more world-class players in that 22, but also the simple reminder we've hardly seen anyone who can simply cross a ball like Beck. Yeah. What happened to people not being able to cross a football these days? Big Ange is one manager of the month again. Big up to Big Ange. Big up, Big Ange. Big up, big up, big up. Why? I'd love to. I keep hearing this all the time. I'm going to question it. Why is this the best chance? Why? I'd love to know why this year is this the best chance. No, I get it. No, I was agreeing with you. Big up to whoever this is over there for the big up six, for the big six bands. Big up to you. Yeah, I like Tim Cahill. Yeah, proper footballer, Tim Cahill. So you cannot sacrifice a win, starting a strong 11 to help ensure you win. What? I don't know what you're talking about now. When have I said that? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, mate, stop it. You're boring. It's all right. So I've got to start blocking people. It's getting ridiculous. Can we please stop saying the same thing over and over again? Yeah, it's just the same thing over and over again. You've been watching. This guy's been watching too much Lee Gunner, where Lee tells you that every club should be winning something every season. I like Lee, but not everyone can win something every year. Madness. I honestly, I don't know what's happened to football fans. Honestly, our fans have gone from understanding we need a whole new rebuild and a project to putting the pressure on. It's what we do best, and it's why we will fail ultimately. It's what we do best. Hang on, where's it been announced? The manager and player of the month. I'm on the Sky Sports website. I can't see it. Am I being stupid? Latest vote, champion, Sheffield Wednesday, Notts County, Mbappe. Can't see it anywhere. But okay. I'll just agree, believe everyone. For very different players. For me, Aaron Lennon. I like a. Right. Listen, this is your last chance. Your last chance. You're not listening to a thing I've said. Of course, I wasn't happy when Ange threw it away. That I can't do it with that troll. Yeah, absolutely. None of that, please. Can we not have any of that? Oh God, I'm just trying to get through to a sensible. Somebody put a sensible chat in there. Like, it's just got stupid with people like NAS AFC just being completely childish. Because you're out of Europe and should go for a cup, doesn't mean anything. Man City, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, they're always in Europe. They always go for the FA Cup. Sorry, it doesn't mean anything to me. I think winning the FA Cup is not dependent on whether you're in Europe or not. It's dependent on the draw you get. Okay, let's check Spurs Twitter page. Here we go. Let's check Spurs Twitter page. Hang on. Where are we? Yeah, there we go. Player of the month. Ange hasn't come up yet, but Sonny has. Ange hasn't come up yet, but Sonny has. Let's get that up. 1 second. Here we go. And present share screen. There we go. So as we can see there, from here, you can see from the Tottenham Hotspur page, a message from Sonny following his Premier League Player of the Month award. So big up, well done to the captain, well done, Sonny. Scored some good goals in that month, and we need some more when you come back, mate. We really need some more. The High Elf said, I think crossing is being coached out of the game. Everyone is inverted. Oh, tell me about it. Yes, I know. I always forget. Do you know what? I find it pointless doing it now because everyone changes their team so much. Like the last couple of weeks, I've changed it around and those players haven't started. And I thought, oh my God. D&B, special powers. So can we talk about old school world-class duos? I'll start you off. Shearer and Sutton. Sheringham and Klinsmann. There you go. There's two. I'll let you carry on with the rest. Big up, Sean. Hope you're well, buddy. Yeah, life is okay. We're doing our bits. Yeah, I'm all right. Thank you. 7 more likes. Get this to 200 likes, please. And 2 more subscribers. Let's get 2 more subscribers. Come on, people. Big up to Tigaro. And again, said no one's talking about it. I hope Manor is okay. Yeah, let's hope that Manor Solomon makes a speedy recovery. Definitely. Thank you for the super chat. And I agree with you. We definitely need Manor Solomon to make a speedy recovery. For me, I think we need as many options as we can up there. Brett said, Savva, do you think the ethos of the club has changed since Ange took over? Players seem to be enjoying it. Yeah, absolutely. Right, there you go. You're blocked. Again, stop crying. Just you've been warned time and time again. You keep coming in and being rude. You're a prick. See you later. You are now blocked. Yeah, man. Listen, the ethos completely changed. The style has changed. Seems to be a togetherness, a happiness. But I don't put so much pressure on him that easily. I think people need to relax. That's why when people keep talking about winning trophies and titles, just can we get the guy a year to get through his first year, to build, to grow, to harness his system? We're not even seeing the best of this system. We need to relax. But when I just get called negative for that. Remember when Ange won August Manager of the Month and we were like, oh, the curse. He just won it again. What a guy. We got the right manager. Yes, we did. Just stop. Stop, Greco, please. You guys are draining me. You guys are draining me. Just stop. I already read it out. 150 grand a week isn't a lot for footballers these days. Spurs are paying it. We just paid 170 grand a week to Maddison. No, I do not like hummus, I'm afraid. No, I don't. Colin Wright, here we go. Colin York, you mean? Not Colin Wright. Drogba, Lampard, Scholes and Keane. We're now talking about old school duos. People pay your rent for your free rent. Absolutely, mate. Pay your rent. Honestly, I just wish all trolls could be banned forever. They just come back. Obviously, like with that Tottenham Big Sam guy. Sorry, I know who he is. His comebacks have blocked him. You want to see some of these people, the emails they send me after they get blocked. The emails they send me, if I showed you, absolutely hilarious how many of them send me emails going, oh, I didn't mean it. Please unblock me. They come back in straight away. They're rude again. Crooks and Archibald, Son and Kane, Klinsmann and Sheringham. Best partnership I've seen at Spurs by a mile. Klinsmann and Sheringham for me. Yeah, Sonny, player of the month. Big up to our captain. Is it just me or am I the only Spurs fan that would prefer a top four finish over a cup? For me, both. Why can't it be both? Why has it always got to be one or the other? But we do have to win something soon. It's getting embarrassing now. Yeah. Kuva, bang on the money. Yeah, absolutely bang on the money. We want to win things, but we're not demanding it. With each passing season under Ange, I'll be more confident. Right now is the start of his reign. Absolutely. Savva, I hear you saying about wingers being different nowadays, but isn't the game played differently? How many top teams played across the ball? It's not even just about crossing the ball, but dangerous wingers. Diaby, great winger. Yeah, look at Diaby as a winger, great winger. Jared Bowen, that's a winger, doesn't necessarily have to whip the ball in, but gets down that byline, drives in, scores goals. Neto's doing it this season. Mo Salah's been doing it for years. Watch Diaz, proper winger, wants to beat his man. Yeah, I don't like the taste of hummus for me. I like Tarama Salata, but I don't like that. Yeah, great duo. Yeah, another great duo. Terry and Carvalho, Heskey and Owen, Crooks and Archibald. Not an Arsenal fan, but what has Ange done this month that Arteta hasn't? I don't know. I don't know how they judge these things. But I don't know. Both teams on the same amount of points. Arteta spent about 700 million and got all his own players. And just joined. Could be that. Proper manager. I was calling for this sort of thing all last season. And just think how many of you had a go at me last year about Conte. Hands up if you were one of the people having a go at me about Conte. Hands up. Looks like I was right. Me and Kuva said it all year. Guy's got to go. Terrible. I was told I was wrong. Yeah, for me, all day long. Very difficult, though. Son and Kane were never an out-and-out two at the top. Klinsmann and Teddy were. Klinsmann and Teddy just had everything between them and complemented each other wonderfully. Both great technicians of a football. Quality. Teddy and Klinsmann, for me, superb footballers. Superb. Absolutely. I'm sorry, I don't think or expect you to win now. Just that most of your fan base don't care about trophies. No one's ever said that. This is made up. This is a made up rhetoric. No one's ever said they don't care about trophies. Absolutely. Kuva putting him in his place again. Robin and Ribery, two top players. Top players. Son and Kane, then who? I don't know what that means, David. What do you mean by that? Sorry, mate. Polo and Gattuso being chucked in there. Yeah, oh, God, me too. Couldn't get with it. Loads of people told me for ages, this guy. He spent a lot of money and the football was just god-awful. Couldn't get with him. Big up, Kate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're okay. We're going to go for another 10 minutes. Any questions you want to get in, get them in now. Please keep subscribing as we grow. Thanks, Ria, for what you just sent through to me. Really appreciate that. I've just seen it on my WhatsApp. Posh and Bex, great duo, Posh and Bex, and they stayed together for a very long time. Fair play to them. Bill said Magnet and Steel. Yeah. Sutton and Shearer and Sutton and Shearer and Sheringham. Yeah, Shearer and Klinsmann both said that Sheringham was the best partner they ever played with. Let that sink in. That's how good Teddy Sheringham was. Doesn't get anywhere near enough respect from Spurs fans these days. This was powerful, wasn't it? Gerrard and Torres back in the day was powerful. And then Torres just sort of fell off a cliff, didn't he? He just fell off a cliff. I don't know what happened. PJ said, if manager of the month is based on how much money a manager spent, hours Pep winning it. I didn't say it was. I was just looking at fear. I don't know. I don't know what they base it on. I don't know. All I'm saying is maybe that the bloke who's doing better than Arteta at the moment, or on goal difference, has been there for a lesser time. Maybe it shows that, which is why Pep's not in the mold at the moment. Here we go. Nasback again. Tomorrow may be the wrong word, yes, but if most all your fans had expectations to win a trophy, then Levy wouldn't. What does that mean, though? Tell me what that means. If all the fans turn around and went, we want a trophy, right? What does that change for Daniel Levy? Nothing. Don't think you know our owner, I'm afraid. Don't think you know our owner. Romario and Stoichkov, Ronaldo. Listen, there's so many. Yeah, it's so many. Oh, God, Danny, the days when proper players were world-class. These days, look at the 4 players you've just named there. Can you imagine if they played now? Some of these youngsters would lose their mind at watching some of these footballers compared to now. They'd lose their mind with it. Hoping all hours. Yeah, the best one, Savva and Perchie. Big up to Perchie. Please make sure after this, I've sent you over, make sure you go and watch Perchie live at 12 o'clock. Big up to him. One of my favourite people in the world is Perchie. The High Elva said, we might never see the quality of players we had before. People like Mikkeli and Di Natale were just 2 random Serie A clubs. They would get in every top team today. Bang on. Standard's gone. Yes. God, I'm old enough to remember this. Russian Aldridge. Yeah. One of the best partnerships you'll ever see in football. One of the best partnerships you'll ever see in crime fighting. Yeah. Sean said, I was on the Conte train to start with, but soon changed my opinion when the football got boring. I didn't like him from day one, mate. I just couldn't deal with him. George and Michael, Kate and Jim are one of the best. Cliff Jones and Jimmy Greaves. Wow. Who else we got? Zig and Zag. Father Ted. Of course. Absolutely, Mia. Absolutely. Ozil and Ronaldo at Madrid is underrated. Savva, you say, what would that change? Do you think Roman at Chelsea will be sacked? You don't know Daniel Levy. I love it when fans from other clubs try and tell us about our chairman. You really don't know our chairman, do you? At all. Hulk and Falcao. Yeah, Keegan and Toshak. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're talking about 2 of the greatest players that ever lived here. They were sensational footballers. Messi and Neymar. I mean, literally, you can put Messi's name next to anyone here, can't you? Messi and Neymar, Messi and Villa, Messi and Pedro, Messi and like, you can just keep doing it. Big up to David Shire, who's just gifted 1 more channel membership, and that went to Bill. Big up, Bill, and big up David Shire for giving out another channel membership. We're going to go for another 5 minutes. Get in your best duos. Hang on, what's this? Right. Okay. Brilliant. Starsky and Hutch. Brilliant. Love it, Rodney. Love it, Rodley. Fan vote is 10%. Maybe more neutral votes for Ange. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Listen, that could be taken into account as well. Absolutely. At PJ, what did PJ say? What did PJ say? No idea. Can't see it now. Can't see it. Albert and Costello. Yeah. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. We're going to go, as I said, 5 more minutes. Get in any last questions, any last comments if you want them to be read out. And big up to Kate, who said, great to see you back in the morning, Savva. Yeah, we'll get back into the rhythm of doing these in the morning. I've got a bit more energy for it now. Feeling fitter, feeling stronger, feeling healthier. It's amazing what a month can do to a person. And we'll get it back in. Less trolls, which is good. So thank you so much, Kate. Really appreciate that. Where are we? Here we go. Chaz and Dave. Good old Chaz and Dave. Hate saying it, but Bergkamp and Wright. Yeah, Bergkamp and Wright was a sensational too. Wow. God, just what a wow. Yeah. International teams don't have this anymore. Look at that as a spine. Top players I've watched at the lane. King, Gaza, Ginola, Sheringham, and to Mabbott, Klinsmann, Defoe, Keane. Nice list of players, that. There we go. What don't I know? I know that he lives up to what the fans feed him. No, you don't know. Oh, my God. You don't. Again, I told you, you're Lee Gunner reincarnated. The fact that, so because the stadium sold out every week means that we don't demand FA Cups. And again, I hate people who don't understand our club. Kate, I suppose it depends on who you've got as owners. You've always got to look at it swings and roundabouts, right? So yeah, you've got to always you've always got to look at this in isolation. Maybe we had worse owners, maybe we have better owners, but hey, Beavers and Butthead, Tom and Jerry, Phil and Holly, Del and Rodney, Van Nistelrooy, what a player. Again, don't make goal scorers like that anymore, mate. Don't make goal scorers like that anymore. Big up, Kate. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm good. I'm all good. All good. Notice how we have so much fun when we don't have trolls in here. It's really, really good. Ben and Jerry, great ice cream. Big up, Potato Stew. So thanks, everyone, for your time. Really enjoy your streams. Sorry you got frustrated with No, listen, it's all right. They've gone. We moved them on. Big up Elvis out there in Kenya. Big up to you, my man. Danny, yeah, Shevchenko and Inzaghi. Great pair. Walsh and Waddle. How good a footballer was Paul Walsh, by the way? Doesn't ever get mentioned. How good was Paul Walsh? Naz, please stop now. It's embarrassing. I've been a Levy outer for 20 years nearly. But most of our fans do care if we win. You're making this up. You're making this up. It's not the truth because you say it is. You're a 12-year-old. It's pathetic. This is silly. You don't know our club. You don't know me. You don't know my opinions of Spurs. This is just silly. Really, really silly. Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted. Yes. Wenger and his jacket zipper. Kuva99 said Newcastle could sell out their home games even in the darkest of times. They sure as hell weren't accepting what was happening to them under Mike Ashley. Absolutely. Honestly, mate, that guy is having a mare. Trying to tell us about our own owners and our own club. He really hasn't got a clue. I don't know what he thinks would. When we're saying demand FA Cups, one thing I would say, did Daniel Levy make Poch make bad decisions in cup finals and semi-finals? That's the only thing I will stick up for him on. Big up, Mari. How are you, brother? Hope you're well. Congratulations on your engagement as well. Big up to you, my man. Has said Salas and Zambrano of Uruguay. Yeah. Wow. Salas and Zambrano. Oh, wow. Wow. Proper players. Yeah, well, they're coming in now. Look, big up to you, Mari. Thank you so much. And again, congratulations, brother. Congratulations to you. Del Piero and Trezeguet. Yeah, great partnership. Absolutely. Context and consistency, a great duo. Context and consistency. There you go. Another great duo. Me and Perchy. Another great duo there. Me and my boys, me and the homeboys in the Blazing Squad. And another great picture, Perchy. And you'll see me in the corner there. Big up, everyone. Big up. We are going to leave it there in a couple of minutes. Mickey Hazard, great player. Great player, Mickey Hazard. Great player. Eto'o and Messi, another great combination. Hang on. Sorry, I missed this one. Roadman, I said, Savva, the biggest fraud on YouTube. I don't know what that means. Thank you. Smash the like on your way out. The biggest fraud. I don't even know what that means. How can a YouTuber be the biggest fraud? Here we go. I told you he's back. Look, here you go. I told you he's back because he's blocked. I told you, look, stick to recruiting. Doesn't even know what I do for a living. Shame. I'm not a recruiter, but okay. Wow. God, these people are just so weird, aren't they? Just imagine that person has a mother who loves him. Like only a mother could. Savva, as a City fan, I love KP. For Spurs, he can be the best DM for you. I don't think the best DM. I just think he'll be a great squad member. Yeah, Omri and Anelka, absolute class. Naz, again, doesn't get it. Naz, I'm going to block you if you keep going on with this. It's boring now. You're boring. It's not. You don't understand. If you think that demonstrations will get rid of Daniel Levy, you don't understand the structure, the ownership, and why they built the stadium the way they built it. You really don't understand. So please, you're an uneducated follower. Please stop. Spurs are a global sporting entertainment entity now. If Spurs fans demonstrated against Daniel Levy, what do you think would happen? The two Ronnies. Savva, where would you place Ledley King in the rankings? In what rankings? Let me know what you mean, Brett. What do you mean? What rankings? Absolute class footballer, Ledley King. One of a kind. Big up, Murray. All well, man. Big up, Murray. Perchy and his sock. Oh, big up, Perchy. I'd argue about consistency being important. I don't know. How can you argue against consistency? The best players, the best managers, the best teams are all consistent. Consistency is absolutely everything. I don't understand. I don't understand that, if I'm honest, Kuva. How is consistency not important? The team that wins the league is the most consistent over 38 games. The team that wins the Champions League is the most consistent. The top goal scorer is the person who consistently scored goals. The teams that win the trophies are that consistently run the best, consistently by the best players. I don't understand. Hey, that's just me. I think he's much better engine, gets around the park. I think he's a much better player than Hojbjerg. Yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good. We're all good. Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney, Chivers and Gilzine. Stop, Naz, stop. You're not debating me, right? You're not debating me. You're saying things which factually aren't true about the Spurs owners. I'd love you to come on and tell me why you think that Spurs fans are the reason why we haven't won an FA Cup or a League Cup. I'd love to know why. Nothing to do with the managers making bad decisions. Nothing to do with Antonio Conte leaving Harry Kane out in the League Cup quarterfinal or whatever last year. Come on, have a day off. Mabbott and Goff. Yeah, absolutely. Messi and Braithwaite. Ledley King was a world-class centre-half. Dogged by injuries. No, opinions can pivot over time. Knee-jerk things can't. But over time, yeah, when you're proved wrong over time. But now what happens is you say something like, I get it all the time with Richarlison. I don't rate him. Comes on, scores a header. Savva's in the mud. Like that's where we are with football fans these days. Best defensive partnership ever. Not ever. I'm going to draw your mind back to Baresi, Maldini. They might have the word to say about it, but Bonucci and Chiellini were excellent. Yeah, Baresi and Maldini. I'd happily have him on if he wants to come on and he can tell me, but I don't think he would. Naz, AFC, you want to come on, prove your point? I'd love to know what you're saying. Tell me about my own club, which you apparently know more about. Yes. Partnership, Ginola and the ball. Oh, my God, yeah. Donna, I've not seen you in. What happened? Where you been? You used to come in. It used to be likes and super chats. Haven't seen you for ages, but hope you're keeping well. Where is this Naz AFC? What do you reckon? Will that person come on? I bet they won't. But if they do, I'd like them to teach me about Tottenham. Don't rate Richarlison, sell him in Jan. Absolutely. We all want to see him in Jan. We all want to see him leave in Jan, should I say. Tell you what, I'll put the link out for Naz. I'll give him 2 minutes to come on if he wants to. He can school me on my own owner and chairman. There's the link. If anyone else tries to come on, you will not be allowed on. I will just block you from the back. So please, please, please don't. Big up. Rimana said, hi, Savva. Good to see you back in the morning. Great show today, but please block the trolls sooner. Yeah, okay. I promise we'll do. We'll move them. We'll block them sooner. I promise. Naz, if you want to come on, tell me about my owner. We've got a couple of minutes. Feel free to come on and tell me. That would be great. But if not, then we can end the show. His best duo is Barry and Chicken Nuggets. Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, come on, Naz AFC. No. Yeah. No. I'd love to see Naz come on too. The argument isn't always what it appears to be when only looking at text. Sure. I mean, I'm happy for him to come on, but he's telling me about my owners, my club, my fan base, and I think he's got it completely wrong. So I'd like to see it. Oh, B Garage Classics has come into the background. You always get one absolute moron, don't you? Not even connected a microphone. If you could see what I can see now. So in StreamYard at the bottom, it pops up with who's come into your chat. It says device is not connected. B Garage Classics. This Garage Classics is an absolute stalker of mine. Emails me, doesn't stop coming in. And then comes into the background and says, Savva, unblock me. And then says, F-boy, F-U-C-K boy. Garage Classics, you can't even connect properly. You haven't got a mic connected, you donut. I'd love to know who this Garage Classics is. Put your camera on. You can come on, Garage Classics. Big up to you. And then he's told me to quit YouTube. I love it. He's got all big and brave in the back. He's got all big and brave in the back and then can't actually work out how to come on. Hang on. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to clip you. This is exactly what he's just said to me. All right. Everybody, look in the chat now. I'm going to show you. This is what, when I put that link in, ready? Can you read that? There we go. That is what Garage Classics has just said to me. There you go. There you go. There you go. Unblock me. Look, F-boy, quit YouTube, en route. These people are brilliant. Honestly. Yeah, but you wouldn't put your camera on. I am, but you wouldn't put your camera on. Looks like, yeah, they always do this. They always do this. They always do this, the Chris Master. They talk a good game and then they just disappear and then it'll be, oh, sorry. Yeah, I had to go or I was working or blah, blah, blah. But listen, it is what it is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, chatting rubbish. Garage Classics in the chat. I love it. Absolutely love it. No doubt I'll get an email from him soon talking to me. If I showed you the emails I get, it is so funny. It is bipolar to the degree. One comment I'll get is, oh, brilliant work, mate. Well done on being nominated. And then the next thing is, why'd you block me? Why? I'm sorry. I didn't mean what I said. Oh, God, you have to laugh at people. You really do. Oh, David Shire. Why did you block him? Why did you? You didn't need to block him. He didn't do anything wrong. Maybe that's why he couldn't come on. But we'll see if Naz will stick around. Oh, Garage Classics is back with devices not connected. Dude, you need to turn on your mic or your camera. I'd love to see who this Garage Classics is. Come on, private chat. Here we go. I can't connect. How does this work? Easy, you connect. Most people just log on and you connect. Garage Classics, you're not blocked or you wouldn't been able to see my content. So you're not blocked. Oh, you've got to laugh, people. Garage Classics. Look, here we go. Here we go. If you want to see bipolar, have a look. This is the complete. This is what I put up with from this guy. Ready? This is fun now. We're just ready. Have a look at this. Look at this. Ready? Look at that. Have a look at that. It is unblock me. Fuck boy. Quit YouTube. I can't connect. How does this work, brother? Love you really, bro. Like, wow. Like, wow. Oh, yeah, he can't even work out how to get on, mate. I'm waiting, but he can't. Now he said, we have no hate. I have no hate in my heart. We're all Spurs. Much love. What a weird character. Yeah, man. Like, Perchy, this is what I deal with. This is why, you know, when people say things like, you're sensitive. No, I'm not. I deal with this. Right. Big up, guys. I gave people a chance. Naz didn't turn up. Neither did Garage Classics. Couldn't quite work out how to do it. You just literally press a button. Love to you all. We will see you tonight. I'll be doing a watch along for England versus Australia. We'll start the proceedings at 7 p.m. And we'll take it from there. Hopefully be a good game tonight. Please, I'm sending you all over to Perchy. Have you set your timer? Have you set your timer? Yeah. Please set your timer if you haven't. Please go over to Perchy, enjoy his show. I might join on with Perchy for a bit if he wants me. Right, go on then. Come on then, Donna. Come on. Come on. Donna, you've got the link. Come on. Oh, Garage Classics attempted to come back in. Can't connect their device. Wow. Unbelievable. Please go away, Garage Classics. Please go away. Banned from studio. Yeah, there you go. He's banned from the studio. Yeah, everybody take care. Jump over to Perchy. See you all later. Take care, everyone. And as always, come on, you Spurs.